We're being arrested.
Oh, yep, you're being arrested for something.
Yeah. So you're being brought into questioning.
Yeah, it's arrested.
I'm on it right.
Look at that woofer. Look at a woofer.
So, you guys get escorted to High Hall, which is the big castle in the center of town. It's the number 1 on this map.
Oh, oh boy.
Oh, we're going to a numeral. We're in trouble.
Yeah. So you get escorted. It's a big like ring-walled castle in the center of town. You get brought through the main gate into the castle itself. You see people on patrol and guards and castle stuff. Big giant looming white stone walls, thatched roofs over the top of the towers. The inside of the castle seems to be like plastered white. It's like lime washed and painted. Very fancy. As you guys move in, you're shown through a couple of halls. Eventually, it's just you and like 2 guards. They don't seem worried about you doing anything inside of High Hall, and they show you to a big, grand office. A huge set of double doors swing open, big giant wooden doors with iron banding connecting them to the hinges. Inside is a library, basically. The walls lined with bookshelves, the things stacked with books. There's a very tall, thin, elvish man standing behind the desk, and sitting at the desk is a burly-looking, grizzled dwarf. A big scar across his face, his hair long since gone, and beard long since gone white. Uh, his left hand is gone. It's severed just below the elbow, and it's been replaced with like a metal cap. And at the end of the metal cap is like a little pin holder. Like it's literally like a loop with a pin, a quill put into it. And he's writing with it. He has a little pair of spectacles balanced on the end of his nose. It's this old grizzled dwarf in a very fine, magically lit office. Mosaic on the floor. Everything around him is, beauty and grandeur, but sitting behind the desk is this beat up, ancient, rough looking dwarven man. He sort of looks over the top of the spectacles and motions the group of you to come in. There's no chairs on the other side of the desk, so the room is fairly open. There's no place to sit, so you guys are sort of pushed forward as he motions forward up to the desk. He looks over the top of his glasses, sighs, reaches over to his left hand and clicks off the little pin cap thing, sets the quill and loop that it's in down, picks up a big hook off the right hand side of his desk, shoves the hook in, and clicks and locks that into place. So he's a big hook on the end of his hand now. He's wearing simple but well made clothing, nothing fancy or flashy. And around his neck, he has a holy symbol with a hammer on it. And he sort of looks up and he goes, "Well, I suppose a lot of you know why you're here then. It's been explained to them." He looks over at Ed, and Ed nods, like a little bashfully, almost scared. And he goes, "I am High Commander Delt. And the lot of you are an adventuring group. You know what you've been accused of. I'd like an explanation."
Who wants to do it?
Are we in trouble?
He nods and he says, "Yes, you have knowingly or unknowingly brought a demon into the city."
That's no way to talk to Jordan.
Once again, I believe this has been explained to you. Tieflings are perfectly acceptable.
Then why are you treating Jordan like this?
It was about your other companion, the one that seems to have vanished.
Who?
Responsible for.
I would prefer not
Murder.
to bring in magical means of compelling you to tell the truth. If you would simply talk, it would save me a great deal of effort.
A question. Why are demons not allowed in the city? Because I thought there were demons allowed in the city.
He looks at you kind of oddly.
Some stayed.
No, the denizens of the lower plains are all, well, horrifying monsters that will kill everything in their sight and eat them or rape them or various other horrible things. The emotions to his hook, like,
Oh, is that how you lost your hand? Were you in the Great War?
he nods and he's like, I was one of the original 250 Hell Riders. Out of the 250 of us who journeyed into Avernus, 50 came back, and none of us whole. I was lucky to only lose part of my arm. So, yes, the city, while perfectly accepting of tieflings and the sort of your name was Joyden? Yes, well, Joyden's kind of no issue here, a full-fledged demon running about the city. You do know this city was once sucked into part of Avernus. It was teleported there. We had to fight to get it back. And then we went into hell and struck a blow. Like, I don't have time to give you a history lesson. Why is there a demon in my city?
Demon in your city anymore. It's fine.
Do you know how much paperwork I do now? It's so much damn paperwork.
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you
I have like 12 more hours of paperwork to do before I can go to bed. So if you could just explain how and why you brought a demon into the city, it would save me a great deal of time.
Alright. So, let me start at the beginning.
In the beginning.
In the beginning, we were on this cruise, right? And we were actually from Waterdeep. And before leaving Waterdeep, we...
I have to take melatonin, but I'm still here.
Okay. Well, before we left, there was this family that had a son, and Asmodeus was going to kill their son and take her other children. And so we basically gave them the money to pay off Asmodeus because for some reason they thought it was a great idea to, like, I don't know, worship a demon. So we basically got them out of their contract. And then come to find out, part of the contract was that they worship Soon. Lovely lady, by the way. If you haven't heard of her, let me tell you. Anyway. So that was part of the deal. They had to renounce all of their Asmodeus worship and they had to worship, a holy god of sorts. And come to find out, they may or may not be doing that. They sent us this mirror, which was a cursed object, and we dispelled magic on the cursed object. And... Is he still there at all? I don't know. He's paying attention.
He's still listening.
They're in the bathroom, in the cabinet.
one?
It's a bathroom cabinet with the mirror.
Which bathroom?
Our bathroom.
Okay. Continue. You were telling the story.
Yeah, I don't know. I just told them the story.
You
So
got to the mirror.
yeah, so we got this mirror that had no address technically, but it was very ornate, and I saw my dead fiance and said, "Mirror." She sheds a tear. I dispelled magic on it, and then there was this person in the mirror, and then the person said that the castle lanterns had sent them, and that they were happy to be freed from the mirror, and they thanked me, and as such have not really left, because we rescued them from the mirror. But to my knowledge, they haven't been doing any evil doing.
And we
Yes,
have,
Haven't killed anybody and haven't, I don't
and
know.
we have been with them the majority of the time.
That's often how these creatures operate. Do you know what sort of demon you're dealing with? Do you know what she is?
Do I know what she is?
Yeah.
Uh,
She's very honest about it.
well, you see, I have an inkling that she's the type that likes to have lots of sex.
Succubus, then. Most trickery. They don't do their evil, you see, right up front. They don't go for slaughter and murder. It's trickery. That's their deal. The slow seduction toward evil. And they tend to try to turn creatures.
Mm.
That's clearly this demon's plan. They've ingratiated themselves to you without telling you clearly what they are, and are planning on using you towards some great evil, or perhaps turning you away from your god, committing some great sin.
Hasn't she been learning the ways of Soon?
She kind of has been trying to learn the ways of Soon.
She actively prayed.
She said she'd set on fire.
Of course she would say such a thing. You
I
see,
think she did say she would probably get set on fire, but she said that she might try it.
that's what these things do. They lie, they trick, they scheme. That's their game. That's its nature.
Okay.
If I can interject, are we leaving tomorrow? Are we leaving like in the morning, or?
Probably.
Are you saying this out loud?
Well, this is Sydney
Or
asking.
is it
When
Sydney?
are we
Okay.
leaving?
Okay. Yeah, you're supposed to unload the ship and load it again tomorrow, and then be off that day.
Okay. Well, sir, if you give us like, I don't know, 12 hours or whatever, we'll just take her and be on our way out of your city. She's not
She's just
even
shaking his head.
really in the city limits anymore. So
You can't just take this creature off to wreak evil across the world. Elturel is just the place to deal with the thing.
oh,
Oh, it
she's
seems like you
fine.
were unaware that she was the level of evil. She's woven her spell, trickery
Oh,
upon you.
would
Potentially.
would
She'd-
it help if she's like what is it? She's like bound to us, kind of like we know her true name or whatever. So if we don't
She will
let her do
find
evil, she'll be
she will
fine.
find a way to deal with the one that knows her name first. Then that
I-
will be her first target.
I don't know about that.
Once that one is dealt with, she will
If-
spread her plague across the lands.
If I'm
Such a creature
being,
would not be allowed to exist on the prime material. Deal with it.
Just like
if we're being honest, if they'd want to have gotten rid of her, there would have been plenty of opportunity to this point.
Also
yeah.
true.
Also, like right when we met.
Yeah,
pretty
she
much.
could have killed me then.
Hmm.
Because I was alone. I didn't know anything, I guess. I don't know, she's probably had plenty of opportunity. Not saying that she won't soon. That could happen.
So you believe that this is a demon, a creature born of pure evil, raised up through the ranks in the hells, that has good intentions?
I mean, you shouldn't assume
Is
that
it
something is
weird?
bad just because of what
Yes.
it is.
Very weird. But what it is what it is. It's
Like
literally
do our
the definition of
adventures
evil.
and
That's
stuff.
What
Yes,
if...
but
it's like
what
they
is
do.
what it is does not define it. It's not all-encompassing evil. It
Yeah,
strives
no,
to be
no,
good.
it literally is. That's this is what they are.
What if she kind of renounced her evil ways because a demon had trapped her and Amir to starve to death?
Do you believe this creature holds no ill intentions?
As far as I know, I haven't seen any ill intentions.
Do you
She's
believe
actually
that
been-
as a cleric?
Let me feel my insides.
Don't be silly, girl. I don't have time for this.
Yes. As a cleric. As a cleric of the goddess of Soon.
Make somebody, whoever wants to, can make a persuasion check for me with advantage because there's a lot of people arguing.
I got a +6.
I have
Over.
a +6, but I'll let you do it because
You're the one talking.
Yeah.
I believe Soon wouldn't steer me wrong. 14.
14.
Ooh.
Very well. As you said, it is not noble to make assumptions about things. And such a creature, I suppose, is possible, though not in my 300 years of existence.
Could I make a deal with you?
I have a deal to be made. You will
Excellent.
hear my terms.
Okay.
One of you will go get this creature and bring her here. The rest of you will stay. I will talk to her myself.
Mm.
I guarantee her safety when she reaches this castle. I guarantee your safety while we wait. If she is not returned to me within the next 6 hours, I will have you all brought up on charges. If once she gets here, I do not believe her argument or believe her intentions are genuinely evil, I will have to smite her.
Sounds legit. All
Might
right.
also
Well,
be an interesting
I will
study.
allow you to choose who goes and retrieves her for me then. If her intentions are indeed noble, she should come here without argument with the threat of her companions being harmed. If she abandons you, you'll know the truth while you were out in the cell.
She's not gonna like this.
I mean, probably not. I
We're
guess
in so much trouble.
I think she'll be fine.
But
Don't you trust
she's
her?
not. I do, but I know that she's gonna be terrified and think that we're gonna be betraying her or something.
Yeah. I guess I should go and
He
talk
shrugs
to her then.
again. If her intentions are noble, she would sacrifice herself even if you are treacherous. You have been, from what I understand, very kind. You freed her from some sort of entrapment in a magical artifact. Demons tend to not like such things.
I understand your argument, and I'm not going to say that that's not how it's going to work. But assuming that someone is not going to, or is going to not sacrifice some friends to save themselves, that's not. I mean, yes, it's noble, but like even good people aren't that noble.
He shrugs. What would you do?
Well, 6 months ago, I would have just left.
Yes, and now?
Well, they've saved me several times.
He nods.
Now it's just a matter of favor.
Close enough. Who wants to go get the creature for us then?
I think only one of us can.
I think
Yes,
probably
one of
Layla should go
Okay.
do that thing.
Alright, I'll go get her.
He nods. Good. Well, while she's gone, do the rest of you want some tea?
I love tea.
Oh, I've got some cheese.
Oh, I quite enjoy cheese.
I lay the
He looks
napkin
over
out on
at Ed,
his
who's
desk.
quietly been standing in the back, and he's like, go get some chairs. The no chair thing's mostly for intimidation.
I'm actually surprised that well,
And he swaps the hook out on his hand and like reaches into a drawer and pulls out a cheese knife and clicks it in.
Oh fuck.
He really does like
Oh,
cheese.
wow.
I'm gonna miss the party.
I'm ready for the cheese. So, Layla, you're gonna go find Ira.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't have more help with all this paperwork.
He shrugs. The city is run a bit like a military, so High Commander means High Commander. Democratically elected, though.
Couldn't you just
I guess.
hire an assistant?
I have an assistant. He motions toward the elf. He stands there and looks fucking elvish.
Well, that's not much
You
of an
hired
assistant.
him just for that?
He shrugs. He speaks like 8 languages. I don't know. I prefer to do things myself.
Oh, okay.
Old men get stuck in their ways a bit.
You know, if you just let him just write with his hand, you know what? Never mind. You know what I mean?
Well,
Saying
it
my
actually
handwriting's not nice.
No, I'm just saying that
I had
you
to
know,
teach myself to write with a loop with a quill stuck through it. Don't make fun of a cripple.
I'm just pointing out your flaw. I'm just going to sip my tea slowly.
I lost this hand fighting a Baylor to keep this city safe so that people like you could visit.
Oh, you mean a Baylor like this? And I bring out my little baby Baylor.
Yes, like that.
It
Not
might
a stuffed animal.
it
Yeah,
might
exactly.
actually be kind of an interesting experiment if it all goes well. I don't think there's been an instance of rehabilitation before.
He shakes his head. Oh, certainly not.
Document.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm sure a tiefling or two was made from some nice demons. So
Nice last one.
Jordan over here is awesome. Made me some shoes.
Hey,
Couldn't Layla just call her?
You have big feet, Buster. I mean, good feet. Also good.
Is Jordan ever going to make Buster like those Toad shoes?
Some Vibrams.
Yeah, and then like have little slots for his claws to stick out.
Aww.
That's
they'll
brilliant.
just make sandals at that point.
No, because it's the separated toe joints. It's important.
Yeah, no, you can make sandals with like separate loops for your toes though.
Never seen those before.
But I like the Vibramite.
I'm like 80% sure those exist.
I mean, they might.
Correct right
Again,
now.
I've just never seen them.
Okay, so chew conversations ensue, and cheese and tea are had. Probably some sort of really strong black tea. There's cream and sugar, but Delt doesn't take any. He just drinks his tea black as fuck, and strong as fuck. Layla, after whispering to Ira, you eventually find her. She has just flown back to the boat, and it was hanging out on the ship. So when you come to find her, you greet her on the ship.
Ira, we're in trouble.
Where's Ira? Where's everyone else?
I am Ira. Or you're Ira. I'm
You're
Layla.
Layla.
Yeah.
Yes, Layla. Where's everyone else?
Well, we kind of got arrested by the Hell Riders because we brought you into the city. And they sent me to come find you because they want to talk to you.
They want to talk to me.
Well, they said that you will
You
not.
know, when a paladin says talk, they typically mean smite.
Well, he said you would not be harmed until he could discover your true intentions through.
Like the gods grant them with all these powers, but you know what they do with all of them? Just all of them. Just smite. Just all the time. That's their one trick. They hit things with heavy things and they yell about their gods.
They're one trick jabronis.
Yeah. Well, allegedly it's supposed to be to talk, but you know.
And if I don't go to talk to this person,
Well, then I guess they're gonna be charged with bringing a demon into the city, which is like life in prison. And me included, because they'll come find me.
she sort of slowly nods.
Mhm.
So my options are abandon the people who saved me and have been very kind to me, or have a bunch of paladins whack me with hammers. You know where I'm gonna go when I die, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what they'll do to somebody who's a turncoat like to me in hell?
No.
Well, it's imagine if like a member of the Watch here went to prison, but it's hell. It's bad, Layla. You guys can't sneak away or pull one of your tricks. Jordan doesn't have smoke bombs.
I don't think this time. Apparently Chris has a bear trap. Don't know
takes a deep breath and sighs. Dungeon Master has to sneeze. That was a violent one. Oh god, I think I burst a blood vessel. She goes,
Glorious.
Can we summon you back? Would you want to come back?
I don't know, can you?
It's a good
Probably.
question. Maybe.
Just use Buster as a door.
Yep.
Hmm.
Gotta come through his
Gains a
hat.
few levels, he'll be able to do something like that.
Wait. Ira.
Summon Greater Demon is a 4th level spell.
Ira. I could disguise myself as you, and you could be me.
It won't work. They know, Layla. They can sense it.
It's a 4th level spell. I have 4th level spells.
She shrugs and she's like, well, I suppose it's been a good run. And I've done good things here, right?
I think so.
Well, maybe I won't go to hell this time.
You know, give me a minute. She's gonna do a little... Do I have a prayer thing? I think I do. Let me see. Where is the one where I talk to my god?
Conjuration. Summon a demon from the abyss. Summon Greater Demon will not let you summon her. She is a devil and not a demon.
Oh, she's a devil?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Layla would be like, well, you know, maybe you've done enough that you could go to somewhere else. I could ask soon.
She shrugs. Do you think we have time for that?
Probably. It's like 10 minutes.
She goes, whatever you want to do. If we both survive this, we're going Tsar wrestling.
What's that? And yes.
It's where two people wrestle and get lubed up with Tsar. They cover a pit with Tsar, and you wrestle in it.
That sounds hot.
She shakes, she nods. She's like, yes.
Okay. We'll do it.
There's a place in Waterdeep that does it called the Roaring Dragon House. I wanted to go there when we lived there, but we didn't have time, and there was stuff to be done, and
You weren't there.
that's right. I want to go there when we get back,
Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you were in the castle.
even if it's just to watch.
Well, you know, obviously we gotta be competitors in this wrestling. You want to wrestle naked with me? Is that what you're saying?
You don't get naked. You just get mostly naked. I hear that Lady Silverhand once did it.
Oh. Oh, how scandalous.
She shakes her head. Or she nods. Well,
I give her a
Let's
kiss
go.
on the cheek.
she
Aw.
smiles. Let's go save your friends and probably die.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I mean, you know, either
You try
way,
to
if
commune
you're...
with Soon first, though?
Yeah, you want me to commune with soon?
She shrugs. Look, what goodly god is gonna have the sight of a demon?
Yeah, well, you know, it might be... Maybe I am affluent enough that, Lady Soon would, respect my opinion.
Plus, you're hot. No.
Plus you're hot. I
Make that
mean,
for
come
litmus
on.
test.
Yeah. It
Being
helps.
hot has gotten me pretty far in life.
I'm telling you.
Hmm.
Might just get you into the good place.
If you want to take the time.
Alright, let's do it. Burns the lipstick.
Are you casting commune?
Yeah.
So you find yourself on the great salt flats once again, the great plain of nothing. Soon and her scantily clingy flowing white wrap dress thing, flapping in the wind. Her naughty bit's covered, but it's kind of see through, so it's not difficult to imagine what you're looking at. Um, and she sort of looks down at you, and she's like, "Why do you always kneel when you do this?"
Well, I never have a chair.
Girl, they make folding chairs.
I need to buy one of these.
She shakes her head. She's like, "You gotta get your knees all dirty."
Oh yeah, I can't have that. Brushes myself off. So I got myself in a bit of a pickle soon. Pickle being, I have a friend who kind of has not great, like, papers, if you know what I'm saying. And,
No, I don't understand what that means. I'm sorry. Layla, I love you, dear, just like I love all of my children, but I don't have infinite time.
okay, well,
So just be real straight.
I say Ira's name.
A demon.
Yeah, but she's real nice. And, like, I
A
think
nice demon.
seems to be
Seems like a bit of an oxymoron.
a little bit weird, yeah, I know.
It's like a polite elf.
Yeah, right? Man. Anyway.
It sounds nice.
It's like a dwarf who doesn't like gold. These are things that don't happen.
Yeah, well, this one I think happened. So, perchance if she gets smote, could you
Like Britney Spears in an Oxford t-shirt.
could you just take her?
It's like an Amish video game. I'm sorry. I'll stop now.
Yes,
Keep
Lady
going.
Soon, I know, I know.
Oh my goodness, Soon is so mean.
That's
Like healthy fried food.
uh,
Oxymoron. I know.
she's she's a demon who is nice,
Yeah.
and you want to know if she dies if she can come to my plane.
Go to the good place. She would worship you, but she's afraid she'll catch on fire. And I'm not sure how to convey that maybe she...
Layla,
Honestly, I don't know if she would.
dear, do you know the ramifications of letting a demon into, as you call it, the good place?
No.
It could, I don't know, collapse the multiverse, cause cause the divine gate to break, maybe just cause the collapse of my realm, and that's on the good side.
No, well, we don't want that. It's just unfair.
If she wishes to worship me, I could help with that, but life isn't always fair, but I can't make any guarantees about bringing her into my realm upon her death. That sounds like the sort of thing a demon would trick you into trying to do.
Oh. Well, it was my idea, unfortunately, but, okay.
Things that demons trick you to do often seem like they're your idea, dear.
Oh.
I don't know this person, and I don't want to belittle one of your friends, but I can't promise that, unfortunately. The possible downfall of an entire existence is a bit much of a risk. If she wishes to pray to me, though, I can promise she won't burn.
Oh, that's nice.
But perhaps with time and the correct actions and prayers, she would no longer be a demon. Such transformations are not unheard of.
Really?
She nods.
Interesting.
Now, there are particularly high-level wizards who can change a creature from one thing to another without any effort, really, sometimes even permanently.
High-level wizard, you say? Is there a high-level wizard here?
In the city of Elturel, I'm sure there's many. Not as many as in Waterdeep.
Okay, well, maybe I need to just find a wizard.
Well, such things are something I leave for you to posit.
Thanks.
She nods. Well, you go with my blessing and gifts, my dear.
Thank you, will do. I will do good.
Also, your hair looks nice.
Aw, shucks. You're such a sweetie.
I like the side ponytail thing, that's cute.
Aw.
Anyway, I have lots of goddess things to do.
Okay, go do
Uh,
this.
Good luck with your demon friend.
Yeah, I really hope that, my
Layla,
heart is true.
I, your heart's very true. You wouldn't have my blessing if it weren't. I trust in you to do the right thing and to spread love and joy through the world. That's why I have given you the gifts I have given you and will continue to bless you as long as you do so.
Cool.
You are a light to the world.
Aw, thanks.
That's the purpose of your existence and the reason you are blessed by me.
Aw. Okay, well, you got things to do, so.
She nods.
Thanks!
Layla's hallucinatory vision disappears once again.
Alright, so, Ira, what we need to do is we need to find ourselves a high-level wizard, and we're gonna make you not a demon anymore. Then you can't be smote.
That could take months.
Well, fuck. Damn it! Well, Soon says if you pray to her, you won't light on fire.
She pauses and goes. She shrugs, like, well, I've got nothing else to risk. Praise be to Soon.
See? No fire.
Well, I'll call that progress.
Awesome.
Now, let's go rescue the rest of our friends before they all get bored to death or... paladins just aren't interesting people. And there's like it cuts back to like all of you guys sitting around awkwardly eating cheese and drinking tea. And then it cuts back to them and she's like, off we go.
Yeah. Well, you know... If your intentions are pure, he says that you will be okay. So, hopefully...
I connect forward his office.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
board games.
Clips over to Curtis and he's just like, go fish.
Oh,
Aw.
kidding me.
So you guys head back to the High Hall?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head back to High Hall. And you're not stopped on the way in. They let the pair of you walk all the way back into his office. Where they're sitting around doing something incredibly boring. He looks up and he goes, "Oh, bugger, she actually showed up. She's actually here now, isn't she?" And suddenly he has an accent. Hang on. I'm trying to look for his voice again. It's a bit like this, but more gruff. There it is. Okay. He says, "Well, demon, these are your friends then?" She nods. He goes, "Well, they seem to think you're not inciting some sort of incredibly complicated plan to murder them all." She nods. He goes, "Well, are you?" Shakes her head and he goes, "But you're a demon." She nods. Squints at her. "You don't talk much for a succubus." Shakes her head. "She always this quiet." Looks at the group of you.
I mean, she's nervous because, paladins.
Love or whatever.
I can understand that because most of the men in this room right now would like nothing more than a smiter.
Right?
Please don't.
I lost my hand to a Baylor. You know any Baylors? She shrugs. I don't shrug, girl. No, I don't remember much of my time in hell. I remember my time there. Fucking unpleasant. She nods. Yes, I remember that. He sort of squints at her. Would you be willing to submit to a spell that I would cast on you? She says, would you let my friends go if I did? He nods. Yeah, no, I'd let him go.
Wait. What kind of spell?
Geas. Forces her to take a command from me. She acts against it, it kills her.
Seems mean.
Yeah, demons typically seem mean, so, you kind of have to play on the same playing field.
But that doesn't make any sense. If you people are supposed to be pariahs of goodness, then why are you treating somebody like this? And what will make them want to do any good?
Well, I'm not gonna cast a spell on her and go to tell her to kill thousands of people, which is what they tend to do.
So, if you were to cast this on her, she won't come in any harm as long as she lives.
As long as she follows the command, she'll be fine.
And then she'd be free to come with us as long as she's alive and well.
He nods.
And it's not gonna be anything weird like licking toads or something, right?
He looks at you and goes, "What the fuck?"
I don't know. I was gonna say suck a dick, but like licking
She'd
toads.
be fine with fucking dick. I'm not gonna give her. Good lord.
Oh yeah, that's right. Apologies.
He's like in the name of here. Adventurers. Okay. No. I would give her a command to do no evil. And as long as she doesn't do anything
Sounds
that is
legit.
objectively evil, she's fine.
I'm gonna look at Ira. What do you think?
She goes, and you'll let them all go if I do this. He nods. And she's like, fine. I honestly thought I was marching here to my death. And he's like, yeah, I didn't expect you to show up, to be honest with you. And you'd let me cast this spell on you, you'd willingly go under the geas. You know how it works, right? And she nods. He's like, well, in the name of Tyr, you know, I'm 350 years old. I spent 27 years in hell. Like, literally in hell. Like, I know a lot of people that have been to war, but like, oh, it was hell. No, I was literally in a war in hell. And he's like, and I've ruled this city for the last, I don't know, 110. I live in a city with a magic sun, and I've been to hell. I've seen some stuff. That's my point. Never met a nice demon. Get the
Aw.
fuck out of my office.
Congratulations.
You did it!
See, I told you. Real weird.
I'm gonna go back to doing paperwork. And then he literally like unclicks the cheese knife, eats the last piece of cheese off of it, puts it back in the drawer, takes his pen and clicks it back into place, and starts writing again.
So,
Wow.
before we go, can you just give me like a dictionary textbook definition of evil, just to keep that?
I honestly think she would be better suited to explain it to you. Like she lived in, like who knows how long that chick lived in hell. And here she is trying to do nice shit. You know, paladins are all about redemption. People think it's, oh, smite this and smite that. Even she came here thinking I was just going to smite her. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all about redemption. If a demon can turn from evil, we ought to make a statue.
Oh,
You
you're
know
too
what?
kind.
Somebody give me the paperwork to commission a statue.
We're gonna make it very buxom, like.
Ira, right? It can't have a real name, but you call
Yeah,
her Ira.
yeah, we call her Ira.
We're gonna make a statue to you, Ira. And she's like, I'm. You're gonna. I'm sorry. What? What just happened? We're gonna call you Ira the Redeemed. We're gonna make a statue. Do you like bronze? We're gonna make a bronze statue.
Oh,
We're
you
gonna
guys
use
should
you as
tell
an
us when it's
example.
done so we can come look at it.
He's like, that's fair. I'll need somebody's name. I'll send you a sending.
I hand him our business card.
There you go.
He looks at it. He's like, what's the severed head?
It's our tavern.
Is that like an execute? Oh, is there just, you don't execute people there?
Our salad bar.
Lettuce,
No.
lettuce
It's
head.
It's haunted.
It's haunted.
It's a whole.
Oh, it's a pun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a haunted bar. It's quite novelty.
Sounds like it's a real novel. Anyway, you take your nice demon and get out of my office.
Thanks.
And like Ira's like she's gone fucking white. Like just like she's kind of tanned looking. And she's just gone completely pale. All of the color has drawn out of her skin. And she's like shaking.
I'm
Like her whole body is shaking as you guys get shown out of the office. And she just
I grab one of her arms and lead her.
Yeah, and she looks up at you as you grab her arm, Chris, and she's like, "He didn't kill me."
I whisper in her ear.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
like,
I thought he was gonna kill you.
I 100% thought he was gonna kill me.
That's real good, but it didn't turn out like that because I probably would have busted some heads.
I'm gonna whisper in her head. I'll be like, it's 'cause you prayed too soon. Soon's
Aw.
blessing is upon you.
She's just like nods. And she's like, it's gotta be. It's the only explanation.
Yep.
He
Now
didn't
just
even
don't-
cast the spell. He was gonna cast the spell. I was gonna let him do it. He didn't even cast the spell. He was just like, yeah, it's fine. She was gonna let me do it. That's good. I need a drink.
Oh.
Whips
Good
out drink
stuff.
and a coat.
And maybe to like cry, and she just takes it without looking and vomit. And she's like, thunk. And like, I don't know. He. Does anybody understand what just happened?
Just don't do any whoring and you'll be fine. You won't burst into flames. But
Why would I
you-
do whoring? That means people are paying me for sex.
It's the evil thing to do here, apparently. Breaking laws.
She kind of looks at. She's like, whoring's not evil. Pimping is terrible. Whoring's not evil. It's still a profession.
I'm glad. There's someone you should meet.
Actually, yes, we have rooms. There's a quite large elfin man that might like to have a round too.
So with the potential of Ira getting introduced to Mr. Big Elf, um,
Yes.
and obviously like visually shaken, and this strange old paladin guy just being like, "Yeah, that's good enough." That's a good place to call it.